Hi everyone, my name is LeeWayde. This is the first video you've ever watched of mine. Honestly, I hope you consider subscribing by the end. The goal of this video and my channel is to raise awareness that there are secrets that not only the US government is hiding from you, but frankly, well, it sounds a little conspiratorial, but there are forces in the world that are hiding these things from you at almost every corner. In this video, we're going to be calling the congressmen and congresswomen, some of them, that took place in the UFO hearings on July 26, 2023 in the United States Congress. That was like 3 weeks ago, a month ago now. So, truly, the American public, well, the world deserves an answer. So, Representative Tim Burchett's office is up first.
Congressman Burchett's office.
I love when you guys answer. It's amazing. Okay. Hi. My name is David. What's your name?
Sylvia.
Hey, Sylvia. I sort of have a general question, to be honest. So I watched, as I'm sure many people did, the UFO hearing on July 26th last month. And how to phrase this, right? So it's like Representative Tim Burchett said, for example, if the Congress can't find out this information, who's really in charge? And if you try to find out who's really in charge on the internet, you go down all these crazy rabbit holes that frankly end with lizard people, if I'm being 100% honest with you. But that's not my question. What's going on with the UFOs? Like, where's the update? It's been a month almost.
Yeah, so Congress has been out of session, so the members have been in their home districts doing more constituent services. So that's why things have kind of, in D.C., been on, not hold for a little bit, but moving more slowly. So we don't really have an update as of now, but things will probably start moving a little bit more once we get back in session the second week of September.
That's like 3 weeks from now. That's crazy. Okay. So you're a person, right?
Yes.
Like Sylvia, you, not outside of your job, right? How did you process this at home? You told it, you know what I mean? You told everybody, nah, it's fine. They got UFOs. They've had them since the 40s. Like what? You know what I mean? That's not.
I mean, I'm not going to talk about my personal
Yeah.
opinions on anything.
You're not allowed, right? I understand. Is there a way? Okay. So September. That's sorry. I'm just trying to struggle to understand what the answer is. So, the second week of September, what happens? Congress resumes session. Is there any kind of, follow up on the docket?
As of now, there's nothing planned. No.
Okay. Super cool. I would like to, as a constituent, whatever level of focus we can put towards that seems more important than, what are people complaining about? The price of eggs? Yeah, that sucks too. But also the aliens,
Well, I will definitely pass your comments along to a congressman for you.
Would be super appreciated. And there's a website that I think the congressman, I don't know if he's aware of it, it's farsight.org. And there's a professor from the College of Indiana named Courtney Brown. He has a lot of interesting information that I think the congressman would be, if he wants to know what's really going on.
Okay, well, I will be happy to include that in your message as well.
I appreciate it. And I appreciate your time, Sylvia. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Of course, you as well.
Thank you. So there's the first update. Congress has been on hold. It will resume in the second week of September. And officially, they're not planning anything. I think I could probably end the video. Wow. Oh my God. I actually need a minute. Wow. Click like and subscribe, and also follow and share, and holy cow. Wow. Bad news, people. Okay, so next up is Congresswoman Paulina Luna. Honestly, that was super discouraging, if I'm being 100% real with you. But I hope it was good entertainment. Oh, that's dark. Okay. I'm going to call this Congresswoman. She's extremely attractive, and that's all we're going to say about that. And I don't expect all of these to go that well as far as them answering, but we'll see.
Congresswoman Luna's office, how can I help you?
Hi, my name is David. I sort of have a general question, I guess. I know Congress has been on hold and will resume in September, but... well, hi, my name is David. What was your name?
My name's Edie.
Edie. Okay. So, I watched the, UFO hearing, or UAP hearing, in July 26th, I think, last month. And, Congresswoman Luna and Representative Burchett were very vocal, right? I don't know what my question... is there a follow-up, you know what I mean, on the docket? Or... I've heard a lot about McCarthy blocking things. I don't know what kind of answer you can give me to this general question, but...
Yeah, so, I would just say, yes, we are in recess right now, so kind of any follow-up will come later in September while Congress is out. But, she and other representatives have requested there to be a select committee established on UAPs and are working with leadership and other offices to do more. What that will exactly look like, we probably won't know till next month. But you can be sure to know that we'll put any of those updates in our newsletter and also online to update you guys.
Okay, well, actually, there's a very interesting quote, and do you know who Daniel Inouye is? Have you heard of this?
No, I don't.
Okay, he's an older gentleman. I don't know if he's still alive, to be honest, but he was around like 1960s to 2012. He's in the Senate, so he's an important senator. He was on the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, the SIC, right? It was a long time ago. It was in the 70s. Anyway, here's this quote that's very famous. He says, I'm just curious if Congresswoman Luna is here, that you should pass this on. If not, there exists a shadowy government with its own Air Force, its own Navy, its own fundraising mechanism, and the ability to pursue its own ideas of the national interest, free from all checks and balances, and free from the law itself. It seems like the UFO hearing is, and this is my personal opinion, seems like it's directly pursuing the shadowy government. And so when Congressman Burchett says, who's really in charge? Yeah, guess who? You don't get to know. I think it's MJ-12, Majestic. But yeah, I don't know if you think you're allowed to comment on this, but if you could pass these thoughts along. Furthermore, there's a website, farsight.org, with a professor from the College of Indiana. His name is Dr. Courtney Brown, I believe it is. And Frank, he can film UFOs. So if you go to farsight.org and you just go to the website, they have a 4K camera that records at 120 frames per second. You put an infrared lens on it, and legitimately, they have a lot of footage. And so I don't know if you guys have, or if the Congress have seen that, but it's like they should get those cameras. I don't have the budget to buy one because it's a lot, but maybe Congress does.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, and like we always do, we will write these down and make sure that your feedback is passed along to her.
Okay, it's farsight.org, and if you pull it up, I'm pretty sure the UFO video will be readily apparent, but you can search on the website as well.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your call.
I appreciate your time. Have a great rest of your day.
All right, you as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so maybe they all will go well. See, the problem with these Congress people is they're humans, obviously, but they're not allowed to show humanity. And it kind of hurts my heart because they're not allowed to tell me, hey, you sound like a crazy person, or dude, I know, I'm terrified. You know what I mean? They don't get to share their opinion one way or the other. Which it's like that at your job sometimes. But goodness gracious, Congresswoman Luna is so hot. Carrie, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to add comedic levity. Dude, this is dark. But she is very attractive. All right, moving on. So we're going to call Jared Moskowitz. That's a cool name. Actually, let me know in the comment section what you think about these people's comments or lack of ability to do so as far as their free will. All right, Jared Moskowitz.
Thank you for calling the office of Congressman Jared Moskowitz. How can I assist you?
Hi, my name is David. Assist is a weird word, I guess. I sort of have a general question and some comments to pass along.
Of course.
Okay, well, because I've called a couple of... Okay, so here's the deal. I'm very interested in the UFO hearing that happened last month, July 26th, right? And Congresswoman Luna and Jared Moskowitz and Burchett were all very vocal. So, anyway, I've been calling senators' offices to try to get some kind of answer. Everyone says Congress is on hold until September, which is fair, except also it's crazy to be like, there's a multi-decade reverse engineering program, and then be like, okay, summer vacation. Like, to me, that's crazy. But
they're not on vacation. They're just working from the district.
I don't understand the difference. What's the difference?
So we have offices both in D.C. and in each of the congressperson's respective districts.
Mm-hmm.
So he's down currently in the Florida hosting 6 events a day, meeting with constituents.
Perfect. Maybe they're all. Oh God, I hope they're all saying the same stuff. That would make sense to me. You think?
Well, hopefully, I know that our Congressman Moskowitz is working very hard.
Good. Okay, cool. Well, then I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to harass or hassle them. Then that's great. But also, it feels very slow for like a normal person to be like, all right, you keep going to work and paying taxes, and we'll keep stealing it, and the Pentagon will keep stealing it and investing it in alien technology while you can, you know what I mean? It seems like a raw deal for everyone.
How can we help you?
Okay, fair enough. Well, there's a good question. Is there anything on the docket? You say he's working hard, so like, what's the deal with? We're doing his constituent stuff right now, but that specific committee, do they have any kind of follow-up plan, or what's the deal there specifically?
Unfortunately, I don't have an answer to that question.
Okay. Well,
I'm the staff assistant for the office, so I just help funnel information to whoever needs to hear it.
Okay. Well, I have some interesting information that the senator might, be interested in, or congressman. There's a website, farsight.org, F-A-R.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware of it?
I am not.
Oh, okay. FARSIGHT.org. And I don't know if it's the first thing on the website anymore. I'd like to check, frankly. But they have some... the only way I can describe it is amazing footage of UFOs. What they have on the website in the top left, it says recording UAPs, and where's the video? I'm sure you can find it with a little bit of effort. But the way they describe it is you take a 4K camera and you add an infrared, there's a specific Samsung camera, you add an infrared, sorry if this is too much, man, an infrared lens from another company, and then you have to record in 120 frames per second at 4K, and you can't actually get footage, and they already have a lot of it. So that it's in the public domain, so that seems like something that easily could get submitted to a committee like that, if they're ever allowed to resume, that is. Okay, I guess that's it, man. That's all I got for you.
No, I understand. And what was the website one more time?
So it's FARSIGHT.org.
Farsight.
Farsight, yeah, just like the correct spelling. Now,
Perfect.
it's a whole lot of interesting stuff, but they have specifically the UFO footage, which is most pertinent.
Okay, perfect. And then, what was are you looking for a follow-up? Or or are you following this closely already?
I don't think there's going to be a follow-up. You remember Daniel Inouye? Do you know who that is?
No.
Really? Everyone says that. Daniel Inouye's like, he was in the Senate for 40 years or something, but he's, if he retired in 2012, I believe. Regardless, he has this famous quote where he says, "There exists a shadowy government with its own Air Force, its own Navy, its own funding mechanism, the ability to pursue its ideas of national interest, free from all checks and balances and free from the law itself." And well, I mean, this is the dude that was in Senate for 40 years in the Senate Intelligence Committee. So it's like, if he's saying that, what do you think? All right, I'm done because that's all the information I have. But just between me and you, I told my friends and family, like, I was losing my mind about this, and I said, I feel like I want to sue the CIA for obviously running a psychological operation because, remember Roswell? They were like, we found a UFO. Oh, never mind, it's a weather balloon. What is that? That's a psychological operation all day. And they did that for, decades. So I was like, I want to sue the CIA. This is obviously illegal. And you know what they told me? They didn't say that's a bad idea. They said, you'll get murdered. It's just between me and you, man. But the other information was relevant. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you. Okay, if you're still watching this video, again, please make sure you like the video. That would be extremely helpful. Also, please subscribe. And the last congressman I am going to call is Eric Burlison from the District of Missouri, the 7th District. All right. I really do appreciate you watching. If you have, here we go. Wake up.
Hello? This office, how can I help you?
Hi, my name is David. Boy, I have I don't know where to start with my questions. So, I know Congress is sort of on recess and the congressmen are doing constituent work, right?
Yes.
Okay. I live in, honestly, regardless, because I'm less interested in it. It's not really a small Missouri matter. It's way more important than that. So the hearing in July 26th, do you know what I'm referring to? The UFO?
Are you talking about the UFO?
Yeah, man. Of course. What else would I be interested? I mean, the price of eggs sucks, but that's not my main concern right now. Yeah. So first of all, some of the questions he asked weren't really the best in my opinion because he's okay. We're approaching it like, wow, UFOs aren't real, and it's like, no, we're way past that, in my opinion. UFOs are definitely real. What we're pursuing is the shadowy government that Daniel Inouye referred to, the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee in the 1970s, Daniel Inouye. You know what I'm talking about at all?
Is this the gentleman from Hawaii?
Yes, actually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So that guy, he has this famous quote. He says, "There exists a shadowy government with its own Air Force, its own Navy, its own fundraising mechanism, and the ability to pursue its own ideas of the national interest, free from all checks and balances and free from the law itself." And a lot of people thought that was A, it's a scary quote. B, I think he's being 100% truthful. And I think the UFO hearing is approaching the shadowy government. I think the UFOs are their Air Force, to be honest with you, from his quote. So they're not going to get any answers because when they try, you get blocked by McCarthy or whoever's been, captured, quote unquote. I mean, can I talk to the congressman? There's this website, farsight.org. Which has a lot of this information. Dude, they refer to it as a prison planet where you can't see the walls. And that's what it's like for even seemingly the most powerful people in the most powerful country, the political members of our country, can't find the answer to this question. What does that tell you? You know what I mean? And then separately, just as a total side note, but I think this is somehow directly related. The pyramids. We pretend that we know the ancient Egyptians built the pyramid with copper saws. It's the most giant, precise building in the world. It's aligned perfectly due north, which we have never recreated, like there's a French observatory in the, I think it's the 1700s that got close, but that's the 1700s compared to prehistory. Do you understand? So like, why in our prehistory do they have technology that supersedes ours? And why do we pretend like they did it with burlap sacks and copper saws? That's ridiculous. And I think the answer is because they don't want you to know. And whoever they is, it might be, dude, I know this sounds crazy, legitimately crazy, but I don't think it is. I won't even tell you. It might be lizard people. But like, so the extraterrestrial force, like the UFOs, because if there are UFOs and they can go in and out of water and they don't have propulsion on infrared camera, what does that mean? That means we don't understand physics at all. And furthermore, that means if they can travel from another star system to our star system, we don't understand, like gasoline is ridiculous and obsolete, obviously. We don't understand light speed travel. We don't understand, you know what I mean? Like there's some fundamental stuff in our society that's preposterous when that becomes a reality. So it's not a national security thing, it's a reality thing. And
Right.
and so that's a very frightening thing for a normal person.
Right. So, I mean, if you want to email some information, I can
Sure.
take an email and be happy to pass it along to the congressman. Just for click.house.gov.
Perfect. I will
All right.
gladly send you some follow-up information.
Sounds good. Well, thank you, David, for calling in.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for listening.
You too, sir. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Did that dude just take me seriously? I said lizard people, and he gave me his email. Does he know? Does he say, okay, I'm fine, I'm cool. Thank you for watching to the end. That was exciting. I'm freaking out. Everything's cool. Everything's chill, you guys. Wake up, and if you go to farsight.org, you've heard me mention it 100 times. Obviously, I've got a lot of information on that website. Specifically, if you watch Conversations with Harvey, how to describe this? It looks like a man talking to a chair. But if you can just suspend your disbelief and understand and just try to believe, and I'm not telling you to believe, I'm saying make your own opinion, but wow, holy cow. I feel like that was a productive video. Hopefully you agreed. Like and share, and I'm not worried about the future at all. I actually genuinely feel better.